back towards where the various points are that connects to the arms going out. And you can see that there's several points that it just seems to be completely damaged or scratched. You can actually see at one point it looks like a tree branch, so a rock or something broke through the edge and completely smashed part of this line.
Azul, I think I'm gonna skip out on the sleeping for the next few hours.
And Azul will kind of just nod and just like, just take care of yourself. And Azul will probably go off to one of the lower beds.
You know, you feel free to come by and... okay. It's fine.
I'll be back after I wake up. I need to get some sleep.
Right then, I'm actually just going to spend the next few hours just trying to repair everything if I can.
Alright, roll 2 tinkering checks.
Come on, baby!
Alright.
Ooh, not great.
So you spend the next several hours fixing what breaks you can find, getting everything mostly operational. Luckily, the ship, while it is a decent-sized ship, it's not huge. So there's not a lot to cover. Lily, can you roll a perception check for me?
Sure. Perception is over here.
Yep. You don't see anything as you're keeping watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm helping Ione anyways. So
well, you don't see anything, especially because you aren't fully keeping watch.
yeah.
All right. She's not back. I can cover that when she comes back to things. Eventually, by the end of, it's gonna take you a good part of the day to get through all this, Shiki. By the time everything is said and done, the sun is almost about to set.
Lot of duct tape. Alright then. See if we can get this thing going.
Alright, and you're gonna go forward, you're gonna mess with a few of the knobs, slowly try to push a few of them up, twist a few others, see how things go on. You can feel a humming going throughout this entire ship. It's a little loud at first, but it gets soft again. And above on the top deck, you can feel everything start to rumble again. And very slowly, the ship lifts up, going 5, 10, 15 feet off the ground before it starts to lurch forward.
Oh crap. Stop.
Lily, on the deck, you can see the ship's wheel. That's probably a little distance behind you. It's starting to turn.
Lily gonna... Well, she was helping Ione. She's gonna dash over here.
Yeah, she was helping Ione, so it would have been behind her. So she's gonna run up there and grab the wheel.
And try to
And as you
steady it.
Yeah, and as you grab the wheel and you kind of hold it steady, you kind of feel like it's pulling forward well, so you yank back on it, and the ship slowly starts to stabilize again.
Okay, I've got to ask, there's no way for the captain and the engine room to communicate?
Is Shiki yelling obscenities right now?
Lily is.
Well, okay, Lily is yelling obscenities right now, and as Lily runs over to it, Shiki, you can hear Lily's voice up in the upper corner. You see what looks like a horn, almost, and Lily's voice is coming from it.
But yeah, actually, no, Shiki would probably be celebrating. But then just, like, cursing as she could feel it moving.
Yeah, well, by the time Lily would have gotten to it, you would have heard cursing coming both ways. You would have heard each other's voice. Lily, to probably would be up here, say right around there-ish. There was another horn sticking out facing towards where the captain would be. And you can hear his voice coming from there as well.
Really?
Why is the boat flying?
Well,
put it down! Put the boat! Shut up and put the boat down!
Fine. Just flick the switch here, turn this knob, press the big red button. Actually, no, wait, not the big red button, the big blue button.
Roll! Let's see, what's going to be a good check for this? What would be a good panic check?
For Lily or
for Shiki?
I want to say she's panicking.
She's not really panicking yet. So Shiki will go through, like, undo what she did to take up the air, and the ship will gently rock back down onto the little perch crater it dug out. Ione, by the way, it's probably been a number of hours. You and Lily were still harvesting the T-Rex because, oh god, that thing is massive. And at some point when that happened, the ship started to lift up into the air. The front went to dip down. Lily ran off to the captain's wheel, which was turning on its own, and held it in position. And you could hear her yelling into like a little horn on it, and Shiki's voice coming back out. Eventually, the ship started to lower itself back onto the ground.
Yeah, the fox comes out. I did it! I did it!
We're somehow alive!
Around this point, Shiki will... I'm going to have Azul move over to there. Azul will tip her head around the corner to where Shiki would be. Cassie's also going to be one of these beds. And say, why did you... Are we on the ground again?
We're on the ground.
Okay,
What, you rather I didn't get it moving?
No, we need to get it moving. It tipped forward.
Yeah, sorry, there must be something a bit wrong with the magnetism, or whatever it is.
This would have been in the captain's room, so Lily would have been able to overhear this, and with Lily... So, yeah, because Lily would have been able to hear coming up from the horn as well.
I just gotta, we're a bit front heavy, I just gotta...
Shiki, there's a wheel up here. That's how you control where things go.
But it shouldn't just be going by itself straight away.
Well, if no one's here at the wheel to keep it steady, it's gonna go by itself.
And Azul nodded at that and yelled, I think she's right. We're gonna need to find a crew for this or something.
I'm about to say, wait, you're telling me you can't literally just have it hover?
Well, if someone's standing here the whole time, maybe.
And Azul stopped thinking, no, it should probably be able to hover. There might be something more with it wrong, but until we can fix it, we're gonna have to hold it.
Oh, that's not good.
Alright, so Shiki, you can roll another investigation, another tinkering actually. You can roll a tinkering for it.
Intelligent tinkering?
Yeah, intelligence tinkering.
Did Sayara wake up?
Oh!
Alright, so Shiki, as you're investigating through all of this, you're able to identify one particular thing. Those 3 indicators I mentioned earlier that were labeled as focusing irises. You see the ones on either side, like the one on the top is completely green. It looks to be okay. So did the one on the right. The one on the left is like faded to a slightly different color. It looks to be intact mostly. The one on the bottom is red.
Oh, that's not good. We've got a problem, guys. The arms on the side. Well, we got one underneath that's probably about to fall off any day now.
Well, I think maybe we should all just get some sleep and fix it in the morning. It's too late to really worry about it now.
Fine. I'll happily put on all night about if you insist.
Well, you need some sleep too.
Would be the first time I've done this.
Sleep is going to be... Believe me, in game turns, if you pull an all-nighter trying to work on something, you are not going to be able to do shit.
Nope.
Because you will have disadvantage on checks.
Okay, fine.
Now then, let's see. That's sufficient, so don't worry about that, Sayara.
Alright.
You still here, Risu?
Yep.
Roll 2 survival checks for me.
Does she get advantage because Lily was helping?
You would have advantage on both of them because Lily was aiding her.
Yes.
Nice. All right, you are able to very effectively harvest all of the meat off of this T-Rex. And there is a lot of meat. You could probably feed an army for, a good long while, to be honest.
Did the kitchen have an icebox?
The kitchen... Actually, it would.
Yeah, I don't think he has an icebox big enough.
It doesn't have like a proper icebox, so you could probably put a number of the meat into it. And
Hey.
Shiki, are you in the kitchen right now?
Hey, there's a beer in here.
Why don't you take a look at the icebox, which would be this right here. You look into it, you realize very quickly The edge of the ship is right here. This icebox looks to be 20 feet deep.
Deep.
Uh,
So like the back would be going out 20 feet, and then it's probably got like 3 feet up and down.
so, but
You know what?
a person could crawl into it.
A purse could hide in there, yes.
That's pretty
Luckily,
deep.
roll an investigation.
Roll into this.
There are
only
7
a person
goblins
there.
in there. They all jump out and attack.
There's honey badgers in
You
there.
find a single goblin that is frozen solid. Nothing else of note, though.
No beer.
No beer. It would be frozen beer anyway, and that's... Yeah.
Can Shiki try and attempt to drag this goblin out?
She can.
Just
And before
gross.
the
gross.
door closes behind her.
Do I need to roll anything, or you just gonna
No,
let me-
you'd be able to just pull them out.
Gross.
Yeah,
gross.
Risa, you could probably be able to harvest its teeth for the purposes of jewelry and everything else.
Well, you
I'm
see,
going to say you're going to get, like, say, 7 teeth.
all you're gonna see eventually is Shiki just coming up the stairs, just going, "You gross, gross,
Alright.
gross, gross," and throw it off the side.
Meanwhile, Ione's covered in blood.
And Azul will offer to clean her up when they come up there. So,
I'm good.
I'm going to say, Ione, you're going to be harvesting what you can and putting it all into this icebox once Shiki mentions it.
Yep.
All right.
Carry it down.
Steak.
At that point, I'm going to kind of cut things a little bit forward, so I'm going to say that the two of you are able to move everything you've harvested into this icebox, which is thankfully still cold. It's nightfall at this point.
Silver
Azul,
remains off the ship.
Azul and Cassidy will offer to keep watch. All the goblin remains have pretty much already been thrown off at this point, so everything there is pretty much okay. Azul, Cassidy, they've already slept and rested, so they'll offer to keep watch.
Lily will
Nothing
Ione
per-
watch, first
Yeah.
watch.
Nothing particularly will happen throughout the night. When all of you wake up, you will smell basically the scent of juicy cooking meat coming from the back of the ship, where Cassidy is attempting to cook up some of the food for breakfast.
So was it 1d6 plus 1 to refresh the ring?
1d6 plus 1, I believe, yes.
Food, 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 food.
Ione will help out with that.
All right, so Ione, roll cooking. I think you have it.
Yep, she's one with cooking.
Lily will just be
And
sleeping
you're
with us.
able to very quickly salvage what Cassidy was doing. It was like Cassidy wasn't really messing things up, but you make it a lot better. And before long, you have a number of plates of properly cooked food set out for everyone to eat and enjoy. Is
Yep,
Sayara going to be joining?
Yeah.
You have to properly spice that T-Rex meat.
It's
So
That's a matter of taste testing.
yeah, everyone down here in the kitchen-ish area just enjoying the food. And at this point, they're all thinking around. I believe Azul would have heard a lot of what Shiki was saying about the various parts of the ship, so she's going to pretty much just kind of summarize things as she thinks aloud. So the ship is damaged. We probably want a crew as well anyway.
Um, probably.
Maybe we can find one back in town.
That would be
Nah.
useful. Well,
Well,
it's not really a sailor's town, but this isn't really a sailing ship.
Would we be able to pilot the ship closer with the damage?
We could, but it's
Roll insights,
it's-
Lily and Shiki. All right, the two of you combined, with your knowledge of what's happened and how that all works, you're pretty confident you could fly it closer with the damages. You would just need somebody on that wheel at all times, and Shiki preferably be down in that engine room in case something were to mess up.
we could go, or we could spin. I doubt I can get it up to full, but I might be able to patchwork it for now.
And
What
Shiki,
would-
one other thing you know is that you're gonna need to find a way to get to the lower side to actually fix what's damaged down there. You can't even see it properly right now.
if it's broken, it might also need a re-enchantment or whatever's on it.
It's kind of working. It's the actual structure of it's heavily damaged.
What
yeah,
about
the Ring of Fire was working, so I don't think enchanting's a problem.
I know it might not work normally, but what about a shipyard? A shipyard still has something like a lobe, which you could hold a ship normally. You might be able to work on it from there.
That would probably work. We would just need to go to a shipyard and hire it for the time being.
Well, we don't want to move this too far. I mean,
We just need to
we
get
could probably
it
get it to town, but the further we move it, the more likely something else is going to break.
Isn't
I also don't recommend getting it that close to town because it's a town full of researchers. Do you think they'll let us keep it?
they probably
That's a
won't?
very good point. And Azul shakes her. I do not want to turn this over. What if we?
I can vouch
What
for
if
that.
we lift this up into the air and try turning it around? We could get like 2 big logs to support the back end, so we could see what's underneath it. The front end rests on the cliff.
We could do that.
I can help you with smithing if might have
If you-
some spare
if you-
armor someplace.
If you guys can stabilize it, I'll take the risk of being up there and messing with it.
Azul will look over at Cassie and think for a moment. Well, if we could turn into a large enough beast, we could help hold it in place while someone else puts the logs up there.
Well, I
Yeah.
was built for moving logs, so it's probably my job.
Have fun with that. What we should do, on the other hand, is consider places where we might be able to find a crew. Not to mention find a crew, but find professionals designed in ship writing. We might have some skills here, but a ship is something entirely different.
I can only really do the mechanics of it.
We're gonna have to look around to find someone. Hopefully there are small towns nearby where we won't draw too much attention. Hopefully on the port.
Do you
Sure,
think
we
have
could
a
take
world
it to the
map real
dwarves at
fast?
Redwall.
That's a long ways away. What was Ione saying?
Let me see the world map right quick.
All right, I'll take everyone to the road map for the time being. The party,
Looking
for the
for-
record, is actually located right around here.
Yeah.
So it moved a little bit more.
Yeah, it had moved more.
In Deep Home.
What do I know about this area? Because Lily's mother is from this area.
You obviously know a lot more about Runheim.
Mhm.
There are 2 other decently sized cities in the area. Deepholm, which is more of a mine and fortress type area built into some of the mountains, and it goes down to the Underdark. It's probably one of the largest entrances into the Underdark, and Deepholm was built there to more or less help maintain an entrance around it. Westhold, you would know, is probably a better choice for a port town.
Yeah.
Lily will just share that information.
Would the ship be seafarable?
In its current condition, no. However, if you were to
Fix it up properly.
fix it up properly, you get the feeling that it would float. It wouldn't float be quite as fast in water as it is in air because, as you already suspect and know, it has that huge prong on the underside.
Also,
And it
it's,
has no actual sails.
it's got like a ring of fire, which generally doesn't do so well with water.
So it would float, but it wouldn't be a very good ship if it was fixed up properly.
Alright.
Why float when you can fly?
Alright,
You disguise it.
let's get it airborne and take it to Westhold.
Let's get the tank on the ship first.
Yeah,
Get it
Azul will say that. Let's get the apparatus on board at first, and I would really at least like to be able to look at what might be wrong with the underside before we go too far into things.
We should do that. If I can do any work to it here and now, it'd be better than no work's done to it.
Yeah, so let's,
How about some of us go down below and converse messages? We might be able to communicate that way. We'd have to yell, but
well, yeah, we could. If you take it in the
We
air, we
just have
could
to
look
get it
down
airborne
below
and
and yell
have
up. That
a couple
we
people
could
on
do.
ground, yeah.
Right, so do you want to try to take up into the air again?
All right
And
then.
I'll go on ground.
Lily
Yeah,
will take the
Zul.
helm.
Yeah, Azul offered to do that as well, and I'm going to move you back to the ship map for now. And as you go through this, Azul and Ione will both jump off the ship for the time being. Shiki returns to the engine room. Lily takes the helm, and goes through everything, the ship will lift up again, and as Ione and Azul look at the underside, you can see that there's definitely supposed to be another prong down there as it lifts up in the air. The mounting is there, there's part of the arm. The rest of the arm, along with that, whatever the, as it's been called, the focusing iris, it's not actually there.
Let's
So the
We'll
fire,
investigate
like,
the
as it lifts more up in the air and the fire goes around, and somehow the fire isn't actually burning the leaves of the nearby trees, which is admittedly a very useful fact right now. And it kind of goes through, and as it, you can see it makes a clear ring on the upper side, but as it gets to the lower side, it kind of just wobbles all over, extremely unfocused.
Is there any parts in the crash site itself?
Roll an investigation. Azul will help you. So you have an advantage.
Perception would be so much better. Never
Wonderful.
mind.
And as you're investigating around, you're able to find splintered chunks of most of the arm, but to your benefit, buried in the ground, directly underneath the ship, you find that focusing iris. So if you were able to build a replacement prong to mount it on, you could probably get everything working again.
All right,
we can
I'm
do
gonna
that.
pull it out and yell out for him to re-land.
Can Lily like move the ship?
Lily, the controls you see here, beyond the massive ship wheel, you see that there is a little, like a pedestal, I don't want to say pedestal, like a little pole sticking up, and on the end, there is a lever. Looks like it has a number of conditions. It's currently stuck in the neutral position.
Lily's gonna pull it towards her.
All right, and as she pulls it towards her, the ship starts to move backwards very slowly.
Is that the direction we're heading? Yeah, I think the way that we were pointing. Yeah, Lily's gonna move it forward instead.
All right, so Lily's going to move it forward, and currently, as she's holding the wheel, it kind of wants to shift to the right, or turn to the right.
Lily's gonna hold it. We actually
You did
wanted
with
to turn
the
to the left, I
back.
think.
Yeah, you did want it to turn to the left.
Also, we're still on the world map.
Yeah. Oh, that's my mistake. Actually, that is entirely my mistake. Let me.
Lily, what the hell are you doing up there?
Yeah, back to the ship. So I'm gonna kind of finagle it from here. Are you intending to get it set up to where you can prop it up to work on it?
Yes.
All right. So you yell that out to Cassidy, and she'll nod, and she would have had a rope tied to the side underneath, or no, she would have had a rope tied to the side, so she'll just kind of rappel off and slide down. She'll mention to Azul what the plan is, and they'll look around and they'll just see, okay, and to save all the rolls and efforts of this going back and forth, I'm going to say, with everyone guiding the ship back carefully, Lily will be able to get it to where it's sitting down. The majority of the ship is sitting forward on that cliff. The back end is sticking off. You have the apparatus on the front to help act as a counterbalance, and Azul currently will shift into a T-Rex because it's big and strong, and she knows this, and use her body to help prop it up as you land, and Cassidy will start going around looking for ways to prop it up properly.
Yeah, I'll help with logs and stuff. Easy enough to do.
All right, and again, keeping things simple, especially if Lily comes down and helps as well. The group of you are going to be able to find a number of logs, dead trees, what have you, and just get them into the proper shape, cut them as needed, and prop them up against the ship. Azul will move back, letting everyone just... The ship kind of creaks for a moment, but it holds steady.
Lily, we good up there?
I'm not sure. I hope
I'll
so.
shout at them.
Right, and Azul will, on shift at this point, she'll speak up. All right, it's supported nice and well there. We can probably get this bottom prong fixed.
And okay, so I take it that's an indication for we can turn off the engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
And as the engine turns off, the flame ring going around dissipates, and nothing moves.
Well, while they're going to fix the thing, can I read the book?
You can be reading the book, yes.
Shiki would come out and it's like, so what are we looking at here?
And as like Shiki comes down and takes a proper look at the side of it, she can see that that entire prong, like I said, is missing. However, Ione is holding in a good grip the focusing iris, which yeah, and Shiki would be able to pretty easily figure out that she just needs to get another mount for it down there below, and it should be able to work pretty okay.
No, she's thinking about it, it's like, oh, this is going to be this is a bit more than a patch job.
Yeah, that's a lot of wood or iron or something. We don't have material for it.
Get to a port. We're going to have to get to a port.
Was it easy enough to move it around? Like, could I move it up into the air? Or is it just go slow and everything's fine? Or
I'm gonna say there was another command to the left of Lily, which she messed with. She didn't get really a chance. Actually, she never actually messed with it. If you were to examine it too much, or examine it a little bit, you would get the feeling that might have been what made it go up and down. But
well,
since
she would
Lily
have had
never
to lower
actually.
it.
Well, yeah, she probably. I was gonna say engine turning off. So yeah, Lily would have messed with it a little bit, and it seemed to go very slowly up and down. Forward and back as well. When she got it moving up to a little faster of a speed, it didn't seem to be doing anything too bad. Though she probably wasn't going any faster than 10 miles an hour at most. Probably more like 5 or less than that. So at the low speeds, it didn't seem to be doing anything particularly nasty. So she gets the feeling that you could probably fly it at least some distance as long as you were going slow. And as at this point in the it's the day after the thunderstorm. It's just, you can smell a bit of ozone in the air. There's damp air and everything else, but it's not raining anymore. There's no real wind. So you get the feeling, as long as you have essentially clear skies and no gales to blow you around, you should be able to fly pretty safe.
And do we have fuel for it? What kind of fuel does this thing run on? Like, that much fire, usually something's got to be burning.
It's harmless fire.
Magic.
It runs on the souls of children.
We need to find
Only
more
orphan
children
children.
then.
It's,
Only orphan children.
it's magic. It's magic.
That is one thing Shiki was not able to identify being the power source, but you can make a fairly safe assumption that it is magic of some manner or another.
Well, Azul should probably know a bit better as well.
Azul will kind of shake her head and think on it a little bit, and she's probably going to spend some time looking over it, as she has a slight hunch, but she hasn't seen anything that explicitly draws her attention to it.
Cassie might have some idea too because she's in tune with natural elements.
Casty will shake her head if Lily asks and say, "This isn't really natural exactly. I'm not."
Well, I think it's safe to say we get us up in the air, get to Westhold, then buy whatever materials we need to get this arm fixed.
I'll leave the negotiations of getting a low ourselves there to you guys.
And with all of this said, I think since we have a plan going forward, I think we should cut it off there.
Yeah, it's about 3.
About 4. Oh yeah, 3 for you, 4 for me and Jeeves and Alto.
And whatever
Yep.
time it is for.
I'm guessing
about
midnight-ish.
11.
Or not 11. That would
It's
be.
it's dark here. It's getting dark here. So
All right.
yeah.
Start
Yeah, I
30.
gotta cut it off here, and I kind of want to throw money at Black Hook, so I should get to that.
Oh, as you said, yeah, ready. Just gotta pay me.
He already showed it to me.
All right,
Oh,
You already posted it on Tumblr.
Yeah, it's already done.
I
Oh,
will
is it?
cut the stream off then.
All right.
Thank you all.
It was all fun. Later.